What's up, YouTube? Jay Thunder here. Wanted to make a video, check back in before Season 2 starts, talk about a couple things, do a little clickbait title, maybe possible brew rework, you know, make it spicy. But I'm still alive, I'm still here. Played Season 1 for, what, 2.5 months maybe, something like that, 3 months. Hit that NA number 1 for a couple weeks and just decided that was it for me. Hit my goal and I was done. I had enough. But looking forward to Season 2. Not as excited because, if you're a brew player, as you've seen, there's no changes coming. Or there has not been any changes at all. But just want to talk about a couple things. Do a little update video. To go over some of the trinkets. Talk about something in this article real quick. I don't know who writes these articles. I've never heard of Sinzu. No disrespect, but like I said, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. But there's something in this article that sticks out right here. Despite the difficulties faced by players attempting to join a pug key group for their weekly tens, blah blah blah, Brewmaster is in fact the third best tank by Mythic Plus rating. I mean, right away, I'm looking at this. I'm calling bullshit. I'm just calling bullshit right away. There's no shot ever that Brewmaster's third best in Mythic Plus. We go right over here to this tab. We see M plus key levels 15 and up. All right, so some of the best keys in the world. The top whatever 1%, whatever it is now. It's been a while. I haven't been paying attention, but obviously Paladin number 1. Obviously, we don't need to discuss that. But Warrior number 2. We have Demon Hunter number 3, Blood DK 4, and Brew 5, and then weirdly enough, Druid 6. As far as I know, Druid was very strong in the beginning of the season and received 0 nerfs or 0 buffs, or I don't remember. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, whatever. But I figured Druid would be at least number 3, at least. This is very surprising. So I'm expecting Brew to be last, okay? Because the quote unquote worst tanks, Blood DK and Vengeance Demon Hunter. Okay, let's get something straight. Okay, in Season 1, the single best utility for Season 1 was mob displacement and mob what's the word, mob control. Excuse me. So grip was the single best utility ability in Season 1. You could not do 90% of the dungeons without grip. With the high level push keys without grip. Okay, and then obviously VDH. I don't know if VDH was running Sigil of Change this season. I don't think they were. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to a lot of what other tanks were doing. I know obviously they were running Sigil of Silence. I think they were opting out of Sigil of Change for other stuff. But still, Sigil of Silence is still a busted ability for mob control. It sucks that they don't get 2, but still. But I mean, just grip alone does not make Blood DK the worst tank. It's just it's just impossible. Blood DK might have been behind the curve because Frost DK was played so much. That's the only reason that it was probably as low as it was. Because there's no reason to play Blood DK if you're playing Frost. If you have a Frost in every single group. So Blood DK being as high as it is, with Frost being as strong as it is, shows that if Frost wasn't there, this would be exponentially higher. That's how that goes. VDH, I'll agree, kind of weak, kind of flimsy, but still has utility, has great damage. Arguably more. The keys that I was watching during the season, VDH had more damage than Brew. That's from my personal experience. I could be wrong. Raw numbers, raw data wise, just from what I was seeing on Twitch streams and stuff, VDH was putting out way more damage than Brew. And this is not just comparing to myself. The way that I was playing, I was watching other Brews, seeing the numbers that they were putting up, and I'm not going to say the same thing for Blood DK's damage was garbage. Okay, it was absolutely terrible. They were horrible. They might be the lowest damage tank. So this stuff like this is why Brew does not get buffs. It's unfortunate. And right here, a default raid tank. I kind of glanced over this a little bit. Their presence in more world first end boss kills and so this is another inherent problem with Brew, is that just simply as soon as the season started, I saw Brew in world first push, and I knew we were never receiving a change the entire season. I knew it. As soon as I saw it, and I was 100% correct, we did not get a single change the entire season. So this idea, this concept that like just because we were used in world first push that we're strong is crazy. It's insane. We're used for progression. That's it. And that's because the damage, the fundamental way that damage gets output to Brew in raid is like dissipated over, this stagger, and that's why they were used in progression, is because they took damage better than any other tank. Now that everyone has 638 eye level gear, do you need Brew anymore? No, absolutely not. You can replace them with anyone. You don't need them anymore. So now, 5-6 weeks into the season, or whatever, 2 months into the season, Brew is not good at anything. So it's like it's a sham. It sucks that the company just doesn't pay attention to stuff like this. I get it. It's the least played spec. It's the least played tank spec. So we don't have to show it as much attention as mages and druids. Mages and druids are played so much. So obviously they have to receive buffs and nerfs every single week. It's wild, but I get it. The favorite child. It applies in real life too. And it's all about money. Your entire player base consists of the most popular classes, so the most popular classes are going to get the most attention. I understand that, but it's these changes are kind of they're affecting all tanks. Okay, and watched the video with Yoda, and Yoda also said that every other tank was garbage besides Prop Alley, which it is true. They suck. When you have a tank as good as Prop Paladin, that literally does everything that your group needs, from interrupts to stops to giving external DRs to healing to being nearly invincible. It's too much. It's too much for one tank to have and not the other tanks to have it. So I said the same exact thing with VDH. The same exact thing that I'm saying about Prop Pally is that if one tank is going to have this, every other tank needs to be on the same level for it to be playable. Otherwise, this will continue, and you will have this one tank that is just giga fucking bis for all content. Excuse me, not all content. All Mythic Plus dungeons, all Mythic Plus content, and every other tank won't even be looked at, won't even be considered. For just like, because why? You think to yourself, why? And as a pug perspective, why would I take a Brewmaster over a Paladin ever? What? Am I stupid? Like, there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason. Even if the Prop Paladin presses his buttons incorrectly, him pressing his buttons incorrectly but still pressing them has more value than a Brewmaster doing the same thing. So it's if a Prop Paladin just presses Avenger Shield on cooldown, presses Divine Toll on cooldown, it will still have more value and utility than Brewmaster. Now, this is not a video to shit on Prop Paladin. It's just comparison. It's just an example, to make a point. Prop Paladin, I think, is my personal least favorite tank. I don't like the way that it plays. I think being entirely cooldown dependent makes the class feel flimsy. Obviously, the class is nearly invincible if played correctly. It is very, very strong. I just don't personally like that play style. But um, you know, can talk about it more when I stream in season 2, and if any changes come up. But some positives. The trinkets look cool. Where are they at? Tank trinkets. Unfortunately, I think this bomb suit is best in slot, and it's haste, which sucks for us. It sucks really bad. 2 seasons in a row, the BIS tank trinket is haste, which, like, come on, man, what are we doing here? This this could be good depending on the damage scaling. Maybe if the damage scales off of versatility, like, we can't see the scaling of the trinkets. Maybe they can see it on the PTR right now and test if it scales. I'm not doing any PTR content because I like to go into the season blind, because that's fun for me. That's exciting for me to do those types of things. If I spend 300 hours on the PTR, it kind of ruins the game for me. Like, okay, I'm going into the season, like, I just played a month of PTR. Now it's like, I'm already kind of bored, you know. Um, but these look good. These look pretty cool. This trinket is dog shit. This absorb value is terrible. This is probably an ignore unless it gets buffed. So I wouldn't even look at this scrap field. It's absolutely garbage. But yeah, the bomb suit is BIS tank trinket. I'm not gonna look at those. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Where's the other ones? This trinket is super, super good. Did they nerf the shield value? 650,000? I remember that being a lot higher the first time I looked at it. That's that's really low. So I don't know. This would be like, this is our Gigabit trinket. Like, this trinket is unbelievable for Brewmaster. Um, so depending on, like, the procs per minute or whatever, I don't know. This shield, like, season 1, we have nearly what, 10 million health. 650,000 is not even one hit. I think it's half of one hit. This I don't understand what they're doing with shield values. I have no clue why they are so scared to give tank shields anymore. This is another thing that pisses me off, is that the pussification of tanks is like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? People play tanks to feel strong, to feel, like, hey, I'm stepping foot in the dungeon as the leader. Okay, raids have 2 tanks. All right, dungeons, 1 tank. Like, I want to feel strong. I want to go into a pack. I don't want to feel flimsy. I want to feel like, hey, I'm the big bad motherfucker. I'm taking all the damage. Give me the tools to do so. Stop nerfing our survivability. Stop nerfing our self-sustain. Why are we so dependent on everyone else? Like, it's trash. Like, what the fuck is this, man? 650,000? That in order for this to be any value, it has to proc like 6 times a minute to even be remotely good. This is hot. This value is hot garbage. So, like I said, I don't remember this being that high, or excuse me, that low. But if they tune the trinkets, they make them better, they give them buffs or anything like that. I could see them. I could see us being okay. Trinket wise, not class wise. Class wise, just to cap it off. If you watch me stream before, I talk about this all the time. Talent tree needs a complete run through. There are so many talents in the tree that need to be either deleted or buffed by at least 200% to even be remotely viable. I could make another video, go through that if people are interested in that, talk about that. But we just need a complete talent run through. I don't want to see a full rework. I do not want to see a full rework of the class. I think Brewmasters as players, we love how Stagger works. We love the concept of it. We don't want to see it go away. We don't want to see it changed. We just want some love. That's it. So, comment below. You make it to the end of the video. Let me know your thoughts going into season 2, how we're feeling, what we're gonna play, and maybe I'll make another video or two before the season starts. But excited to get back into streaming. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.